Hello friends, this is Josh Ayen with 1070 The Fan, breaking down your keys to the game for this weekend's IHSAA State Finals at Lucas Oil Stadium. Let's start with Friday's matchups. In Class A, you have Lafayette Central Catholic taking on Indianapolis Lutheran, who is making their first state title appearance in program history. For the Saints, their biggest key to the game is to not let the moment get too big for them. Like I mentioned, this is their first state title appearance in program history. They'll be led by their running back, Marcus McFadden. Keep an eye on him throughout Friday's matchup. Let's shift gears down to Class 3A. You have Bishop Chatard making their first state title appearance since 2015. They'll be taking on Heritage Hills down in southern Indiana. Now, the Patriots of Heritage Hills run a flexbone offense. Think of Georgia Tech or Navy with a lot of run-heavy sets and just trying to keep defenses off guard with a bunch of jet sweeps and direct handoffs. For the Trojans, it's pretty simple. Stop the run, and they have the playmakers to do that on defense. Meanwhile, on offense, they have a three-headed monster led by Kyle Cheek, Dalen Taylor at running back, and Andrew Sawinski, so things should be taking care of themselves there. Meanwhile, in Class 5A, you have the New Palestine Dragons taking on Valparaiso. Now, I don't think Valparaiso has played a running back as talented as Charlie Spiegel, and for Spiegel, he is likely going to walk away with Mr. Football this year, so what better game is there than the state finals to give him a proper swan song? So look out for a healthy dose of Charlie Spiegel this Friday night when the Dragons take on Valparaiso. Shifting gears to Saturday's slate of games, starting with Class 2A. You have Eastbrook taking on Western Boone in a rematch of last year's 2A state title game. Now, the Stars of Webo actually struggled in the first half but picked things up thanks to quarterback Spencer Wright. He is returning from last year's state title game, and I fully expect him to have a big performance once again. We're going to skip Class 4A because there are no Central Indiana teams competing there. And finally, to wrap up the night, you have a rematch of the Copper-Kettle game between Carmel and Center Grove. Two teams that love to run the football and are predicated on their defense. This is going to be a real strength-on-strength matchup. For the Carmel Greyhounds, you have running backs Dylan Downing, John Rogers, and Zach White, a complement trio there. Meanwhile, on Center Grove, you have Carson Steele, Daniel Weems, and Connor Delp. So a lot of talent on both sides of the football. Whichever team can really establish themselves in the running game is going to have a huge leg up in this one. And with that, that's going to do it. Once again, Josh Ayen breaking down the keys to the game for each Central Indiana team competing in this weekend's IHSAA State Finals. Don't miss the action. You have plenty of coverage this week from our affiliates and social. So keep an eye out for all that's to come this weekend. And of course, happy Thanksgiving to everyone.